Hello, good morning, our viewers. This is Inside our Online News. A program will bring you happenings within Agua and its environment. Today we are being live again with another interesting speaker, a barrister, Kajetan Osisioma. Barrister, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, my brother, Mbono John Eberechi. It's my pleasure uh, to be here live with you on the Inside Agua live TV interview. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. One of my crewmen, Wisdom, please say hi to our viewers.
All right, very great morning to all our viewers around the world. As we always do, we welcome you once again for this episode of this weekend. Stay tuned as you get the updates. Thank you.
Okay, just like you always been part of our program. Inside Agua Online News is a program where we'll bring you happenings within our environs and make you to be updated with news that's happening within Agua. This week we are live again with one of our best speaker. Is a man that has done his best within his jurisdiction. He's a barrister with international repute, a human rights activist, and a human rights lawyer with an international touch. He is here with us, and he is also a community leader as well. He's the founder of the National Council of Agua Youths. You are welcome, our guest, Barrister Osisioma. Please talk with us.
Thank you very much, my brother, John Mbono. It's always my pleasure to meet you, to be with you, and to discuss with you and your crew. So it's my pleasure to be with you today on the topic you asked me to talk with you today, the youth and the 21st century global opportunities.
All right. Just as you said, the topic of today is the youth and the 21st century global opportunity. We would want you to give us your take on what you think should be the opportunities our youth of 21st century should be going for.
All right. Thank you for that question. Yes, I think a good place to begin this conversation would be determining who is a youth.
Right.
What constitutes the term youth? I must say that, first of all, there is no universal, generally accepted international definition of who a youth is. However, the United Nations on a youth policy has defined youth to be those young men between the ages of 15 and 24. This is without prejudice to any other definition that member states of the United Nations can put on their own as constituting what or who is a youth. And the United Nations use these age brackets to constitute youth, to indicate who a youth is, because this is the enrollment age for students. As you can see, 15, most young persons at 15 and above, most young persons are in the secondary school or high school, as some countries may refer to it. And then 24, most persons are either in the university or in the process of being in the university. Then that is the definition that the United Nations on the youth policy has given. Now, let's bring it down to the Convention on the Rights of the Child, the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, which defines a youth, which defines a child to be any person below the age of 18 years old. That is the definition by the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, CRC. Now, the African Charter on Youth also defines a youth to be those persons between the ages of 18 and 35 years old, bringing it down to the Nigerian law. The Nigerian law regards anyone who is below 18 as a minor. So from all this, you can see that there is no universally agreed definition of youth. It is now left for individual member states of the United Nations or the African Union or European Union or whatever to now indicate the age brackets of who they are youth, of identifying the age bracket of their youth. However, in practice, youth can also include those in their 40s, in their early 30s, and in their mid 40s, like 45 below. And personally, if you find yourself as still being very young and agile, pragmatic, you can now tell yourself that I am a youth. After all, during the electionary campaign, our president, then a contestant, said, I am also a youth. So he has seen himself as a youth because he thinks he's still strong. He's still capable, to administer this country called Nigeria. So that is for us to understand who a youth is, the age bracket that constitutes youth. However, in all, we must have this takeaway that youths are young persons in any country who are the most productive population of that particular country or community. Now, having understand.
All right. I would want you to please just go straight to let us know the opportunities that youths stand to gain in times of global opportunity that youth stands to get.
All right, thank you very much. I was
about is hour. We'll still narrow it down to our plan hour, but just in a jiffy, let us know these global opportunities that youth stands to get.
Yes, thank you very much. And I must say here that there are a whole lot of opportunities that our youth stand to get in the global market. Globally, there are global opportunities that we can tap on and gain from. We have academic opportunities globally. We have vocational opportunities globally. We have artisanal opportunities globally. But now the question is, how prepared are our youth to access these global opportunities? Because in as much as we have opportunities globally, internationally, regionally, and nationally, and even bringing it down locally, our youth must get prepared first before they meet those opportunities. Opportunities do not meet youth. Rather, youth get prepared to meet global opportunities. Now, let's take it from this angle. In the academic area, there are many opportunities that our youth, including the Agua youth, can benefit from. There are a whole lot of scholarships, fellowships, and these are fully funded opportunities. It has nothing to do with I am from a privileged background or I am from a humble background. These are opportunities that once you apply and you're qualified and you have the prerequisites, you have the necessary qualifications, and you are able to pass the interviews, whether they are written or oral, you get them without knowing anybody. And these are some of the opportunities that youth all over the world are tapping from. I am one of those persons that have tapped from these opportunities. Why am I saying this? Because I already got prepared for the opportunity. And when the opportunity manifested itself with my qualifications, I applied for the Fulbright scholarship, which is one of the most prestigious and highly competitive scholarships or fellowships in the whole world. A Fulbright scholarship or fellowship is to the US what a Chevening scholarship or fellowship is to the UK. as well as what the Erasmus Mundus scholarship is to the Europe. These are some of the most prestigious scholarships and fellowships that countries in the world offer to people, especially to developing and undeveloped countries. And I was able to get it without spending a dime, without spending any kobo. How? Because I was already prepared. What was the preparation I had? After my graduation from the university, I discovered that I was not computer literate. And I knew within myself that without being computer literate, I would not be able to access these global opportunities. And I took it upon myself to become global computer literate. Nobody taught me computer. I just got my first piece of computer. I started just doing it. And all of a sudden, I became a tech savvy, that I can do anything with my computer. I can do, I can do anything with it. So first of all, you must get prepared. You must get the necessary qualifications, both academic qualifications, vocational qualifications, and otherwise, so that when these opportunities present themselves, you apply and you can get there. This is
All
what
right.
youth all over the world are keying into.
All right. All right. Thank you for the response you gave. Wisdom, are you there? If you are there, what is your take on the topic? Wisdom, are you there? Wisdom, if you are there, let's have your take on the topic.
All right. A quick one. Oh. Let me kindly applaud my own senior brother and an erudite scholar. I think one of the scholarship or you dropped in one of the platform, if I'm not mistaken, Nake, I actually applied. I think the Mandela or stuff, or Mandela scholarship. But quite unfortunate, I wasn't selected anyway. So we'll keep trying. So we will acknowledge your efforts to see that the youth of Agua engage in this global opportunity, just like you have milked from it. So thank you very much. So, well, my take on the topic is very simple. Before now, Agua youth, I know, are people that whatever opportunities come up, they engage in it. And of course, we do best in everything we are doing. But you as a barrister, I want to chip in a little question. Who has vast knowledge, both locally and internationally? And currently, if I'm not mistaken, you have experience in the oil, let me say, oil, do I put it as a politics or oil engagement? And bringing it down to Agua, you get to understand that there are a lot of opportunities in this particular area or career or global opportunities when it has to do with oil companies operating in a community. So my question is, what are the opportunities there in Agua, of the opportunities for Agua youth in the oil company? And have you made any effort to see that Agua youth are benefiting from having seen or being a witness to global opportunities? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, my very good brother and friend, comrade Wisdom Ugwebu. You've always been one of those my young brothers that I am very proud of. Yes, thank you for your question. Yes, I will also take it to my intro when I was speaking. We're talking about opportunities, right? Now,
Yeah.
I've earlier said that we must first of all get ourselves prepared to meet these opportunities so that when the opportunities come, we will not miss out. Now, the first question is, how many of our youths in Agua today have the requisite qualifications to get employment with the oil companies operating in our communities? For instance, Sterling Global Oil Resources Limited and the other one there. I am aware of the oil and gas politics in Agua, dating back to when I was still practicing law in Lagos State. And I came back, I saw how the company, oil company, was maltreating and shortchanging our people. If you will recall very well, or if you ask questions around, they will tell you that I led one of the most powerful protests to the flow station and the headquarters of Salim Global Oil Resources Limited. I also led a delegate of some stakeholders of Gumofeke to the head office of Salim Global Oil Resources Limited in Victoria Island, Lagos. Being a lawyer and having basic knowledge in oil and gas, as well as environmental law, I noticed that our people were not given their fair share. And I think these are some of the things I have done. And part of the thing I was advocating for is that our youth who are qualified should be given the opportunity to work even in managerial positions at Sterling. You will now understand that the opportunity the oil companies that operate in our communities offer to our people are the ones we call what do they call it, roastabouts.
Roastabouts, stay at home.
These are menial jobs for people who have no qualifications. And these are people who are producing, whose farmlands have been taken, and the only thing they can get from the oil company before our community now executed the new Global Memorandum of Understanding (GMO) that led to the commencement of the electricity project. So these are things I have fought for before. However, I must tell you that there are still people in our communities who are sabotaging some of our efforts because they don't want to lay the status quo. They feel they are benefiting from the status quo. And they don't want people who have the experience to come and then tell them this is how to do it. That is part of our problem, okay? Now, first of all, I will tell our youth to get their artists together. I mean, to get their qualifications together. Whenever Stalin advertises for opportunity, or some of our youth can even go to their website, Stalin website, or other website, to apply, even when they have not advertised for it. I have done them several times and have gotten employment in some organizations or companies that did not actually advertise for position. But because I have the qualifications I think I have the qualifications to work in that organization, I went to their website. Our youth will equally learn how to stop websites of organizations they are interested in. And when you notice that you have some qualifications that may benefit the company, submit your application, submit your CV. You might be surprised that after some time, they will invite you for an interview. You don't have to necessarily wait until when there are call for application before you submit your application. This is one of the secrets I benefited from them. Okay. And our youth should stop serving as slaves to these oil companies' personnel, sabotaging their own people. Because that is where part of the problem comes from, that we are still impoverished as these oil companies operating in our community. Some of them feel they are in good terms with them and they can sell their community or their brothers and sisters for peanuts.
All right. Thank you, Osisioma, for that wonderful response. If you are just joining us, we are talking on youth and global opportunity here and inside Agua Weekend Digest. And our respondent, our guest, has been responding to our questions. But right now, we're going to go in for a short break. We'll continue and wrap up the show. Thank you. now. This is Inside Our Online News, and we are talking about youth and global opportunity with Barrister Kajet and Osisioma. Is a human rights activist, a lawyer with the Global Touch. So, Barrister, thank you for your response, but I want to ask you, during your one of the last comments you made, you said that how prepared our youth, but I just beg to differ. I think our youth are still employable, even with the Sterling Global and Sterling. I do believe there are youth that possess the quality and the prerequisite qualification to be employed in Sterling, but the environment is not there. That is what I think. Do you have a different opinion on this?
Yes, my brother. I agree with you that our youth are qualified to work some of these organizations, including the international oil companies, operating and companies. But then there are several layers of qualification. Now, we are talking about working as graduates, right, in some of
Yes,
these organizations.
certainly.
It is one thing. It is one thing to be a graduate, and then it is another thing to get the necessary qualifications that are not included. First, the first question we will now ask ourselves is: since some of our youth have graduated, how many of them have very functional and workable curriculum vitae, or what the Americans call CD? How many of our youths who are graduates have very fine, cover letters, who have already prepared all these things? How many of them have assessed, have applied and obtained their university undergraduate certificate and transcripts? If you ask some of them around, you will discover that many of them who have graduated have not even applied nor obtained their undergraduate certificates, transcripts. They don't have workable CVs. They don't have cover letters or motivation letters that they can easily submit when they are asked to submit their application for these roles. These are some of the qualifications we are talking about. I know that we have many graduates in Agua, but another thing is that how many of them are employed? There are graduates, yes, but there are graduates who are not employed. When did you employ them? When you employ them, you as an employer or an organization that you now regret ever employing those. How many of our graduates are recommendable? You as Honorable Boduche, I easily recommend for appointment. I easily recommend for scholarship. How many of you can even approach as somebody who has some experience? Or my brother, Comrade Wisdom, he said, please, I need this job. Can you recommend me? You that want to recommend them, how sure are you that you're recommending the right person? That tomorrow they might not put you into a great trouble. Remember, a referee or a commenter may be called upon if anything happens to the person he has recommended for a job, for an employment, or for any other thing. So that is why some people are not very comfortable recommending some people. That boils down to how many of them are recommended. This is one part of it. Now, apart from our graduates who can work as graduates, there are also some roles for people who are not graduates. Artisans, now another question is how many of our youths who are not graduates have some skills like oil drilling skills, tailoring skills, some of these skills. You find out that many of them are no longer in skills. They just want to sit down, they are down in their homes, waiting for one spirit from somewhere, maybe up above the car or underneath, the ground, to go have a job for them. Many of them are going to worship centers and pray without doing the necessary things for them to do the job. It is one thing to pray. Yes, I like to. One thing to pray. But after praying, you roll up your sleeves and work towards achieving those things you pray. Because I've never seen where God found a job from heaven for anyone to do. When you don't walk towards what you pray, you are just praying in vain. Even the Bible says, faith without work. So when you pray in the morning, stop praying again. Just go after praying. Meet people who can help you to get position, job opportunities, scholarships, locally and globally, and some of these things. Okay.
Noted. Wisdom, if you are there, just let us know your last comment so that we'll wrap up the show.
Okay, very well. I want to appreciate my own brother, my senior brother, for enlightening us. I think it has been a very successful event or program for today. But then, just like he said, how many of us are prepared? Of course, I know that a lot of Agua youths are prepared, but have been marginalized. We are marginalized, even in our own resources. So I've also heard him say that we should go out there to seek people that we recommend. But I think with the situation of things in Agua, a lot of our big brothers, I want to say clearly, permit me to say this. I called out one of our big brothers one day on air for obvious reasons. That was why I called him out. But up to today, since I called him out, he has not responded. So these are the things we are looking at. What are those who have prepared for these particular opportunities? What do you think is the most important step for them to take to achieve it? Especially when it has to do with spelling. What can the youth of Agua boast of, or maybe those who are prepared and are ready to take up this opportunity? What can they do to get it?
Yes, thank you very much, my brother. Wisdom, you're right. Some of our people, some of our brothers are shortchanging us. I must say that too. As we some of our brothers, especially some of them who feel they are with, spelling or other companies in our community, are really shortchanging us. Some of them are not to the benefit of our community and our people. Yes, you are quite right. I will say it. And frankly, too. Okay. Now, I'm very happy that there is an existence of the arts, which has, a kind of revolutionized the oil operations in local, communities they operate. Although we are still experimenting the applicability of the petroleum industry at 2021, but with the thing I have read from the BIA and the regulations made thereunder, I can assure us that better days lie ahead for our youths. Because you agree with me now that the host communities development trust has been constituted. We now have board of trustees in the two oil companies operating in these our communities. Management committees have been constituted, and thereafter the advisory committees will be constituted. Now it is no longer business as usual for Stalin or any operator to come to a community and say we want to write a memorandum of understanding with your community. And this is what they thought, and they have never even implemented before. But with the coming into effect of the Petroleum Industry Act, the issue of signing a memorandum of understanding with those communities are gone. So each operator, each international oil company operating in any community will now comply with the provisions of the Petroleum Industry Act towards the development of the host communities where they operate. And developing these host communities includes employing their qualified youth. So in the coming move, I can assure us that some of our youth who are qualified will get employed with oil companies, including Starlink Global. because these legal instruments now have made provisions for qualified youth in this community to get employed, even in managerial positions. And as our people are becoming more literate, more informed, and more connected, locally and globally, you will agree with me that we will not allow them to keep shortchanging us. So I think that is where I will end it for now. And let's see how it goes in the coming years and in coming
Thank
months.
you for your response. For those who are joining us now, we are already 30 minutes into the program. This is Inside our Online News, and we are joined live with Osisioma, a human rights lawyer, activist with the Global Church. He's also a community leader, talking on how you can access global opportunity. Now, it comes to Aqua, and as you know, Aqua is a big clan with oil company exploring oil in Agua. There are a lot of opportunities that are there for our youth to access if they are prepared. This is where I agree with him. If our youth are prepared, even right in Agua, we can access the opportunity. It doesn't matter where you are. The most important is you be prepared. And we thank God that our speaker did just our question, our programs today. But before we wrap up the show, in a minute, we wanted to tell us the best way or make sure they have the best of the opportunity in our, particularly where they are living, because it's where you live, you dwell, and have the opportunity that are within. So let us know what you think that we should be doing specifically to be positioned and get these opportunities.
All right, thank you. Without wasting time, now our youth, the graduates among us, should get all their documents ready to access global opportunities. Some of these documents are, if you don't have your certificate already, go and apply for it. Get your transcripts, get it. Get reference letter, drop them. Prepare your statement of purpose or motivation letter or personal statement as they call them, in case if you want to access international or global scholarships or fellowship. These are the necessary documents. And mind you, we must our be recommendable. It's a very good thing that when you call your lecturer, please, I'm applying for this scholarship, and we'll be very, very happy to write a reference letter for you. Or you call somebody you feel that is professional to write it, and the person will be very, very happy to write it. And when you see a reference letter he writes in the behalf, you will marvel. That is one thing for our graduates. Then for others who are not graduates, I advise them that they don't have to wherewithal to pursue further education. They can acquire some skills. Vocational skill, it is very important. There are some who are not graduates, but they are earning more money in organizations because they have skills that are in demand. They have skills that are on high demand, locally and globally. So they must get skills. Let them get skilled up. And also, it is very, very important. If you're a graduate and you're not computer I am telling you, your chances of getting these opportunities are very bleak. You must be computer literate before you access any international scholarship application. So they don't teach with chalk, marking paper, it's job, they teach you there. No, everybody is specialized there with your computer. So you must become expert. You must, get skilled up. You must be recommendable. You must get the necessary, the basic skills ready so that when those opportunities come, it is only when you are qualified that you'll be talking of we are being marginalized or we are being shortchanged. What of if I'm an organization and I present an opportunity to a community or to some person, but there is no person who is qualified to take that, and I begin to search for that community or that people, for that person, or a person to take. So I advise our youth to get ready at every point in time so that when these opportunities come, they get them, they grab them. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kajetan Osisioma, for joining us today in Inside Our Weekend Digest. Wisdom, you have been a wonderful person. Thank you also. Viewers, this is where we the program today. Because our time has been fast spent. To our speaker, by Osisioma, we hope to have you another day in a different capacity. Ask you to speak on us in one of the other topics, not necessarily what we discussed today. And I hope you oblige when we call on you to do so. Thank you today. You are blessed. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.